Hello! Magandang araw sa Pilipinas, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao at sa lahat ng sulok ng mundo. Nandito na naman po ang inyong Lola Maharlika na maghahatid sa inyo ng mga mainit at kontrobersyang usapin dito sa Boljak TV. Hindi na po natin patatagalin dahil today makakasama natin si Miss Sharon Novilla or Novilla in Australia's Australian accent. Siya po ay presidente ng Australia chapter sa Sydney ng Partido Federal ng Pilipinas. Isang diehard Marcos supporter kasama natin na nangampanya noong panahon ng kasagsagan talaga ng pagmamahala natin para ipanalo si PBBM. Ayan. Hi Sharon, how are you? Thank
Hello.
you for reaching out and live na live tayo ngayon. Naririnig tayo ng ating mga kababayan buong mundo. Magbati muna
Wow.
tayo.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning from all four corners of the world. Kamusta po kayo? My name is Sharon po. As Miss Maharlika has stated, I am the president of the Sydney, Australia chapter. And I'm so happy and it's such a pleasure to be here with you today, Miss Maharlika. You're so beautiful. I can't believe that I'm here sa channel mo po.
Thank you so much. You know, beautiful ka rin naman like me. O, di ba? Dapat even
Yes,
lang.
of
So, dapat
course.
kulang yung conversation natin para magkaroon ng background ang ating mga tagapanood. Sharon, kailan ka ba nag-start bilang isang Marcos supporter muna?
Oh, that's easy question to answer. So right from the start, now I was born in the Philippines. I've always been the Marcos supporters. All my family is a Marcos supporters. Without the President Marcos Sr., I don't know how my family would have been able to survive because my grandmother and my mom became a single parent. So with their help and their sustainability with some of the rice, apparently the rice were cheap, and there's the Nutriban as well for all the schools. I don't ever. I always say this to my mom na parang sabi ko, Mom, why is it nung we were little and we were in primary school, we never felt, although we were poor, we never felt we felt hungry or we felt like there's anything lacking, you know.
Yeah.
And my mom always said because everything was affordable, everything
Right.
was made things easier because of the administration of the Marcos Senior. So the only president that I've known is always been President Ferdinand Marcos.
Marcos Sr. Yeah, why? I know kasi actually even before PRRD, Pangulong Duterte, nakita na you're very active talaga sa Australia and during the 2019 election, I believe you campaigned also for Attorney Glenn Chong, right?
Yes, back in 2016. Yeah, he was my
Yes.
very first experience to campaign politically. I was never involved, and I've always been very concerned sa mga Pilipino, especially when I started hearing and finding out na yung mga votes nila was being sold for less than,
Uh-huh.
for less than like um, the price of a pandesal. And what's
Uh-huh.
that,
Uh-huh.
diba? Considering that if you put the right uh, government and the right leader to lead the country, it will prosper. Look at Singapore, diba?
Mhm.
As far as I know, Singapore was it's like the blueprint of Ferdinand Marcos,
Mhm.
diba? Is explained.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we were to continue that kind of governance sa Pilipinas, where we would be after 30 years?
Yeah, you're right. So during the campaign of PBBM, gaano ka ba ka-active? Paano ka ka-devoted, campaigning for BBM? Kasi kailangan malaman ng taong bayan bago tayo magkaroon ng kritisismo dito.
Oh, yes. There is no wala akong nagdalawang isip na when I found out that Bongbong
BBM.
Marcos, was running for the presidential election, there was there was nothing to think about. I put my heart and soul into campaigning that. Even my own money, I used my own money uh, to buy all the paraphernalias. I created the PFP group or leaders. That is, I can honestly say now we are all under one roof. Now our vision are all exactly the same. We want to help to increase yung buhay ng mga tao sa Pilipinas. That was our main goal there, and I have the best leaders behind me that
Mhm.
supports the vision ni PBBM during the election, to unify everyone at ipapalakas ang economy, and
Mhm.
to also uh, raise up the quality of
Yes.
life of the Filipino people, right?
Yeah.
So doon din kami, and I know, and I strongly believe that it's still possible, despite of all the things that we're hearing here and there.
Mhm.
I'm very pragmatic in a sense na practicality always wins over, di ba?
Yeah.
Let's stop dreaming kasi wala na tayo. We're no longer children. We still have to fantasize about these things
Uh,
because yung reality is there. Di ba
yeah.
nakikita lahat natin?
So may
So,
nagre-request dito, Miss Sharon, na kung pwede daw if you can speak Filipino as much as you can kasi dumudugo daw yung
I'll do my best because I'll
yeah,
tell you
you
quickly
grew up in
yung
Australia
background.
kasi, di ba?
Yes, I'll
Yeah.
tell you quickly yung background ko. The reason why I
Sige.
mahirap na mag-Tagalog
Fluent ng
ako.
Tagalog, oo.
Yes, because I grew up in Australia since I was 12 years old. So
Mm.
and when I was growing up sa Australia, walang mga Pilipino dito na mga
Mhm.
bata that I can converse with.
Mhm.
So I grew up now, lahat ng mga friends ko ay mga Australiano. So it's
Mhm.
only
Okay.
since 2016, because of Attorney Glenn Chong, that I've learned to speak Tagalog.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, well, if I have to talk to mga Filipino, I have to learn, di ba? So
Yes, you have to.
yes. So
You're
I can
learning.
speak yung mga Tagalog na ano lang kaunti na
You're,
easy wording pero
yeah,
not deep. Okay? So
yeah.
please
You're,
forgive me.
yeah, yeah,
Nothing
yeah,
too
yeah,
deep.
mga panangga. Okay? So, ang kwento mo sa amin, during the campaign, how passionate yung mga Filipino in Australia for BBM to win?
Oh, I would say na kahit yung mga oras din nila na wherever we were going to campaign, nandoon din sila. It was all yung mga Queenslanders, even Western Australia sa Perth, lahat ng state of New South Wales, lahat ng state ng Australia, ang iingay nila, and they talagang they did their best na i-campaign talaga na para mabongga yung
Yung
campaign ni
BBM.
BBM. At saka wala kami, as far as I know, na alam ko, na lahat sila pagod, hirap, o yung oras nila,
Mhm.
pinasok nila, they didn't care as long as si BBM ay manalo dito sa
Manalo.
campaign na ito. Kasi it was about, sa isip namin, it's about time that we give PBBM the chance na to be the leader that he was born to be,
Yeah.
and that is sa atin ha, and I know that the sentiment and feelings of other Filipino
Mhm.
na para bang alam nila na that is his destiny,
Yes, yes, yes,
and
yes.
that's what I heard as well sa maraming mga tao, and we
Yeah.
were happy to support that person na knows the heart and soul of the Filipino. Na
Yeah.
regardless na kahit na wala siyang position sa government for so many years, he was still there. Naghihirap pa rin siya, nagbibigay pa rin ng tulong sa mga
Mhm.
tao, di ba? Like all the calamities is always front and center and present.
Yes, yes. It's okay ha kung if you if if it's hard for you to speak Tagalog, okay lang. You know what, kung saan ka komportable. I know may mga palangga tayo dito, but kung saan ka komportable. Alright. So, paano ka naman napasok sa pagiging presidente ng Partido Federal? Kwento mo sa'min.
Oh, that's really interesting. So basically, one of the mutual friend ni Attorney Vic Rodriguez was approached Attorney Vic na may kilala sila because from what I heard, mahirap daw maghanap ng isang tao sa Australia na talagang mabibigay nila ang oras at saka yung yung hirap na mag-campaign and everything else. Wala silang nahahanap dito sa Australia. So nung narinig ng kaibigan ko, binigay niya ang pangalan kay Attorney Vic. So Attorney Vic sent me a text message. Sabi niya, do you mind if we talk? Sabi ko, yeah, no worries. And I thought it was just to say hello. And he approached me na sabi niya na we are creating a group ng Partido Federal ng Pilipinas. Sabi niya, he's the secretary, tapos si BBM is the chairperson.
Mhm.
And when I heard that those two are the prominent leaders ng mga Partido Federal Pilipinas, and tapos si BBM is also running for the position of the president, I thought, why not?
Yes.
This makes sense, diba?
Yes.
So if he wins, and then at least the party will benefit from it too. And considering na I heard that they're trying to decimate as many PFP groups as possible all over the world.
Yeah.
Somehow, I think 37 na countries na
Mhm.
ang PFP,
Mhm.
diba? Bongga na. So
Bongga.
talaga.
Yes.
So I thought, well, okay, and ang dami namin, Miss Maharlika, marami kaming mga leaders, and I hope na hindi kami nakalimutan. And so nung si Attorney Vic gave me the opportunity, I thought about it. So sabi ko, okay, I'll form the group dito sa Australia para lang na at least merong yung mga supporters ni BBM to have a point of reference ba? So they don't have to go straight to BBM kung sino if whoever wants to campaign, meron silang alam na may isang party ni BBM na nandito na sa Australia, diba? So so we were really, really excited about the prospect and the idea of having a party all over the world that can help the OFWs. So that's the purpose of decimating ang Partido Federal ng Pilipinas international chapters.
So siguro naman hindi naman secret yung nangyari since you mentioned Attorney Vic Rodriguez, the former executive secretary. How's your feeling, nung narinig mo yung mga attack and controversies against him?
Sa akin naman, I don't believe sa mga chismis. Regardless whether I hear it sa mainstream media or sa mga news, I compile lahat ng mga stories, lahat ng mga news, kung ano bang tama. And of course, I have my own discernment. Ginagamit ko rin ang isip ko to see what is the truth. So, I put two and two together. I form my own opinion. And I thought to myself, sa kaunti na nakilala ko si Attorney Vic, he's such a quiet person, and he carries himself with very dignified na isang tao, very professional. And para bang hindi nagkakatugma ang naririnig ko sa mga news. So, nag-text ako kay Attorney Vic. Oo, chismis talaga.
News, it's chismis.
Kasi talaga at the end of the day, Miss Maharlika, who do you believe? Yung isang tao that you can talk to or the social media na maraming mga sinisingit nila yung mga ibang yung mga ibang agenda nila, di ba? So tapos nawawala yung katotohanan, so you don't know what is what. So sabi ko lang, nag-text ako kay Attorney Vic, sabi ko, Attorney Vic, sabi ko, I'm hearing all of these things, sabi ko sa kanya, pero I will not believe, I will only hold this as a chismis. as long as I have not heard it straight from the horse's mouth.
Yeah,
You
that's true.
know.
Well, yeah, wala na si Attorney Vic sa tabi ni BBM and well, ganun talaga ang buhay sa politics. But how is your
Mm.
feeling naman on the first 100 days ni PBBM?
There's just like anything else, Miss Maharlika, when whether nagsa-start ka ng bago mong trabaho or you're starting yung bagong business, there's always teething problems, diba?
Mhm.
You know, so I consider that kay PBBM as a teething, may mga teething issues. He still need to find yung mga fit niya,
Mhm.
planted on the ground. Sometimes parang napipil ko na he's still swaying left and right, na parang bang hindi pa siya steady. Parang it's like, as you can use as analogy, parang isang bata na he's learning how to just walk, 'di ba?
Mm.
Before he
Mhm.
can run. So nakikita ko naman that he's doing his best as far as yung mga uh, yung mga visits niya overseas. There was so many good things
Nangyari.
na nangyari,
Mhm.
including yung mga fundings na nakuha niya, yung mga ibang projects and everything else. So yun ang nakita ko, pero because of all these um, negative narratives that we are hearing sa mga ibang different medias, parang natatabunan yung ano niya, yung mga good deeds
Good
that
thing.
that he's has already so far
Mhm.
achieved as a
But of course,
president.
yeah, because we're here to support BBM for all the good things na mga nagagawa niya and syempre we're here for him in the next 6 years para maging successful yung kanyang presidency at talagang ilagay sa aksyon ang lahat ng mga pinangako niya at lahat ng mga sinabi niya during the campaign, dun sa mga speeches niya. So, mga kaibigan, the reason why na nagkaroon kami ng ganitong interview, kasi si Sharon ay kaibigan ni Kelly Kellogg's, yung na-interview natin kanina, at nag-reach out siya sa akin na parang, I think I have to say something. Parang ganon, di ba, Sharon? So,
Opo.
before tayo pumunta doon, I know we are 100% supporting PBBM. But what happened to, like the group chats, the group na during the campaign were very, very, what do you call it? United and passionate for BBBM. But after the election, ito yung sinasabi ko sa mga kaibigan, nanalo na tayo, some group chats, some people na malapit sa Malacanang, some people na may pwesto, they dissolve the group chats. Ano ang issue nyo dyan sa Australia?
Well, we had a similar experience, Miss Maharlika. So, hindi lang po kayo, I'm sure na may mga different group chat din kayo as far as bloggers are concerned,
Mhm.
that is situated within the Malacanang or PBBM's office. We had the same thing too.
Mhm.
So, we had all the PFP leaders as well as all the important people na mga delegates, the mga attorneys, also yung
Mhm.
national committee members sa
Of
sa
PFP.
PFP. So pagdating ng ng mga different agendas that needed to decimate sa all
Mhm.
over the world, we always have Zoom meetings. Like
Yeah.
almost every month may Zoom meetings kami. In a sense na para we can make sure na lahat ng mga ginagawa namin are uniformed, may
Mhm.
yung lahat ng agenda ay parang hindi chismis. It came
Yeah.
straight from the head office of BBM or sa PFP. So para that way, lahat kami kapag kumikilos kami, may isang may isang kilusan, may isang
Yeah.
we're seeing the same point of view, we're sharing the same videos or yung mga campaign videos ni
Ni PBBM.
PBBM at saka ni Sarah, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So we did all of that. And also, every time na may campaign kami dito sa Australia as well as all over the world, we were sharing it sa group chat
Sa mga
namin,
websites, group,
sa
yeah.
mga websites, sa mga group chat namin, so that they can compile it into one para maipalabas. During the time, di ba, marami din silang na ginawa na, ano ba yun, yung, saan ba yun? Yung
Mga rallies?
Yung video, mga rallies nila, tapos malaki yung mga videos
Yeah.
sa likod. And that was, I think that was the first time na nagawa ng administration na it was global, yung rallies, di ba?
Yeah.
Ang gandang palabas. Maganda
Ang ganda.
talaga. At saka talagang it showed na we are all one.
Yes.
You know, under one roof of PBBM's leadership.
BBM Sara, actually, yeah. BBM Sara.
BBM Sara. So we were one of the, we felt like a family talaga. Like, na
True.
parang, na we belong to a group. We belong to the PFP.
Yeah, kasi tama ka nga, yung feeling during the campaign, pamilya talaga. Ako, I even visited different places din dito, no? Na to campaign. Kasi ang sarap ng feeling. So, during the campaign, ang sarap ng feeling. Parang pamilya talaga tayo, whether ano man ang probinsya mo. Once na nagsama tayo sa campaign, talagang wow, cloud nine ang feelings. Pero after the election, napag-usapan pala namin din ni Kelly na nga yung mga group chats deleted na or na-dissolve na. So ano yung naramdaman mo na parang what went wrong? Na
sa amin na sa feeling ko lang, I was the first one na nag-voice out because nakita ko yung group chat na yon na unti-unti lahat ng mga tao ay nawawala, nadidelete. Sabi ko, what's going on? Bakit nadidelete ito? Walang paalam. So I felt very, in a sense, first it came sa wonderment na, ano ba ito? Tapos, parang nagtanong ako, ano ba ang nangyayari? Are we moving sa different na group chat? At the time, I think mayroong mga 7 na group chat kami, you know? Tapos, ang dami mga attorneys doon, may mga governors pa. So, sabi ko, what is going on? Walang paalam. It's like, diba, there should always be a protocol pagdating sa usapan, right? Like, it doesn't matter kung nasa messenger ka or sa telephone ka, you always say goodbye, di ba?
Yes.
Pero ito para bang inabandon kami. That's what I felt. Parang na rejection, abandonment, na walang explanation ba na all of a sudden it's like a bubble and then it just burst and then it's gone. It's like, what the hell? So, I was the first one na nagalit talaga. Sabi ko, you know, it's so rude na walang mga sinabi sila, walang mga explanation. Ano ba ito? Sabi ko, what's going on? Na all of a sudden, ang president natin tapos na mag-campaign, nanalo na, tapos wala na kami. What's going on? So, because we felt the same thing as far as we as the PFP globally, nag-create kami ng another group chat na kami lang para at least hindi maputol ang pagkasama namin.
Connections.
Oo. Pagsasama namin, yung connection namin, also to continue yung mga duties namin as the PFP officers, kasi it's not like na hindi totoo ang nangyari ng mga PFP kasi lahat kami are sworn in eh.
Yeah.
We are sworn in.
BBM pa ang nag-sworn in sa inyo, di ba? Si
yes,
BBM pa.
yes po. Oo. So it's real, you know. So we continued yung mga gusto namin gawin. So as the time went on, tapos nagtatanong kami sa president ng PFP, what is going on, sa chairman ng PFP, saan na tayo, ano ba ang next agenda natin, and they kept saying just wait. So pero yung pasensya namin parang instead of being so long, kaunti na nang napuputol at kaunti na
yung pasensya.
Oo.
Kasi na yung inyong the PFP, yung may mga members ninyo na even not yung mga members, yung mga Filipino sa Australia ay na-establish niyo na ito yung grupo na ito. Ito yung mga kababayan natin sa Australia na somehow nakita niya yung Partido Federal and you guys na itong group na ito, maybe they can help relay the message in terms of may mga problema sila directly to the president. Kahit na hindi directly to the president, dun sa mga taong nasa paligid niya. Yun din ba yung nararamdaman mo na like us and other group leaders na after the election pinagpuputol na yung communication?
Yes. Yeah, kasi that was our way na yung group chat na yan that is our way of communicating within the BBM office. You
Yeah.
know, kasi sila ang mismo na malapit sa if it's not kay BBM, it's Attorney Vic. If it's not Attorney Vic, it could be part of yung mga officers niya
Yes.
within the office of
Yeah.
BBM.
Yeah.
So nung nawala na yun, para bang it's like, where are we going to go? At saka kami, as leaders, kami ang napapahiya. Because
True.
we're still, even though nanalo na si BBM, we are still trying to campaign for the PFP. Nandito kami, we are here to help and support yung mga OFWs if ever there's anything that you need. And whatever the shortfall of the Philippine Embassy, we are hoping na we can also be a part of assisting ang mga OFWs sa mga needs and wants nila.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, I'm not speaking for everybody else. I know that all of the international groups ng mga PFP o mga leaders have all different problems sa mga OFWs, okay? Dito sa Australia, they're very well taken care of. The only thing na yung concern lang namin ng mga estudyante dito, especially during the pandemic, na feel namin yun. You know, so yan lang ang concern namin in a sense na, the government here is very, very good. Pero may ibang mga government sa ibang bansa na hindi nila, parang walang important ang mga Filipino workers.
Yeah.
Oo. So that's the people that we need to take care of. And yung mga ibang mga international groups of the PFP na experience din nila yung hardship ng mga OFWs every time na pumunta sila sa embassy.
Yeah.
Kahit na during the campaign, nahihirapan din sila.
Kasi, we have to accept the fact na hindi talaga na bibigyan ng pansin yung ibang mga OFW, whether sa Australia ka o sa iba pang mga bansa. Kaya it's really good na may mga leaders like you guys, to help them, to assist their problems, their issues para maiparating sa ating gobyerno. Sabi ko nga, Ms. Sharon, na this criticism, it's for BBM and his administration to do better, to push forward, diba?
Exactly.
So, I believe baka hindi kasi nakikita ni PBBM ito. That's why, kailangan niya marinig yung mga frustrations ng mga leaders, not only leaders, ng mga kababayan natin, not only here in America, not only there in Hong Kong, but also in Australia and other parts of the world. So,
correct po.
If naririnig tayo ni PBBM ngayon, ano ang gusto mong message sa kanya?
I'd just like to say na, firstly, is to trust your own instinct. You are born a leader. Your mother is the most gracious and dignified first lady that I've ever seen in any politics, even in the world. There is no comparison. And if ever that he feels unsteady, my suggestion is to always go back to his roots ba. Na, don't ever forget where you've come from. At saka yung hirap na nadaan nyo. And always go to if you can't trust the people around you, go to the person that was there for you, that know you well. And that is your mom. And also see Miss Amy. I'm sure that they're not going to misguide si BBM. That's their son and their brothers, diba? And not only that, they grew up in sa harap ng tatay niya, so they know what it's like. And tsaka, I think, as much as there's so many noises sa mga paligid niya, I'm sure na meron din siyang isip na alam niya what is right and what is wrong, 'di ba? And as a leader, I hope na ang nangyayari sa mga ibang bansa dito na huwag kaming kalimutan. Kasi there are so many leaders, Miss Maharlika, that knowing them, meron silang mga alam na what needs to be done to improve the OFWs living sa mga ibang bansa. Not everybody is going to have the option to come home and have a job sa Philippines as much as they want to, and as much as the idea of PBBM's campaign is to bring every Filipino home. But at the end of the day, di ba, may option din sila na where do they want to work. And how many job vacancy na available sa mga ibang tao din, di ba, sa Philippines. Di ba? So there's also option that there will always be an OFW. So, that needs to be improved. And Duterte has already given that pathways, and so dapat lang para smooth there's still a lot of rocky roads, diba? But the more na we can that PBBM and other administrations over the future, sana ma-smooth out ang mga problema ng mga OFWs, especially yung sa mga embassy na naranasan nila. And I hope na PBBM will, at least with his own power, and na to fix the issue sa mga ibang embassy, because that is their job, diba? Tapos as far as kami naman ng PFP, he knows who to turn to. May mga committee members and mga committee delegates sa mga PFP, and they're waiting for him to be a part of his administration, and waiting for to say, what do you want us to do, diba? And and also hindi naman lagi na dapat na all the problems will be shouldered by BBM.
Of course,
so my department of migrant workers na. So I guess ang plea ko ay kay Secretary Ople. We invited you since July to come and talk to us, and to come and talk to us, because there is still so many problems that needs to be ironed out, and I hope that she will give us the platform to be heard, and so that way she can bring home to PBBM, and she can advise what is the best action na yes po.
So kanina sabi mo, di ba, na sana wag kayong kalimutan. I believe when you say, I just want to clear it up dito sa ating mga palangga para maintindihan nila na when you say wag silang kalimutan, yung mga mga OFW na pinag-uusapan natin dyan sa Australia, sana hindi lang nagtatapos nung nanalo na. When you say wag kalimutan, yung mga connections na pinag-uusapan natin na na-dissolve na, sana hindi na-dissolve yun. Kasi I believe you're not asking for your personal interest, di ba? It's always for the OFW. And the fact na yung slogan ni BBM and also yung kanyang pangako in terms of digital infrastructure, okay, iko-connect ko lang, ang nangyayari, yung digital connection na iba.
Nawala.
He's talking about the, palawigin ang digital infrastructure by providing internet sa ating mga kababayan, yung easy to access ba sa mga ahensya ng gobyerno. But with what's going on with me and with other groups and you guys, yung digital infrastructure, na-dissolve.
Na-dissolve. At saka, the thing is, we understand na the world is so big, di ba? Lahat tayo pupunta sa Philippines para lang harapin si BBM or vice versa na that we expect him to travel dito sa mga ibang bansa, tapos you know what I mean, and it's hard. So thank goodness sa digital platform natin ng mga Zoom, mga
Yeah.
Skyping and everything, na StreamYard, lahat na nagamit na natin yan during the campaign. Tapos all of a sudden, it was effective. At saka we got to know everybody. Walang isang tao na hindi natin na-meet as far as each other's group, di ba? Yung mga for example, yung mga BBM vloggers, yung mga PFP leaders all over the world. I had the pleasure of meeting all of them, and they are, honestly, I don't get kung bakit na he had to go all the way lahat ng mga PFP would go all the way from sa Philippines na i-decimate lahat ng mga responsibility, mag-create ng PFP organizations sa ibang mga bansa, tapos hindi nila gagamitin.
I know. Parang, di ba, during the campaign, ito nga yung sinasabi ko, kung kaya natin ilapit ang ating mga sarili sa mga OFW during the campaign, bakit hindi, kumbaga, kinontinue yung digital, connection for our kababayan? Bakit na-dissolve? Bakit dinilit? Why? Because ayaw nyo ng burden ng OFW? Parang yun lang yung question ko. Kasi for sure, Miss Sharon, pinapanood nila tayo, may mga nag-reach out din sa akin na somehow maganda daw yung ginagawa natin para maipaabot natin yung ating sentiments sa administration kasi we want BBM to succeed. And we don't want these things na tuloy-tuloy hanggang 6 years.
Exactly. Tama. At saka at the end of the day, as you said, in the continuation of that, yung criticism natin is not to downgrade ang president natin or not to downplay his responsibility. Alam natin na marami siyang mga responsibility. Alam natin na nagbago ang mga cabinet niya, baka nagbago ng isip, tapos, now it's all new again. At the end of the day, we're leaving that job up to him. He knows what he's doing, hopefully. So we still have faith in him, but we are also the type of people na dapat lang na while it's still early and there's still room for improvement, there's still room to look at the strengths and weaknesses ng mga administration ni PBBM. This is the time na he can stop and look at after 100 days ano ang nangyari, 'di ba? Calculate ang mga na what is good and what is bad. Kasi it's the same sa mga big companies.
Let's improve it.
Exactly.
If it's good, let's praise it. Ganun lang
Exactly. If you can't replace it, improve it. Diba? At saka lahat ng mga companies, for example, let's look at yung government as a company. They always say the successful company are the ones that listens to all the complaints because that is where they know their weaknesses are and then they can improve those things because baka yaan ang isang part ng mga businesses na yung weak link ba na baka yan ang isang weak link na baka maputol o mabagsak ang government or in this case the company, diba? So baka ganyan din ang mangyayari kay BBM. What we are trying to do is to open up the possibility that baka merong weak link within the administration ni BBM that he needs to look at, or maybe there's something that needs to be done first to examine, step back, look up under a microscope what is good and what is bad. May mga, di ba, he's got a lot of that. Yes, at saka parang while it's still early, tama. At saka, scrutinize it himself under a microscope. I know it's the hardest part, Miss Maharlika, from my experience, is to look at ourselves in the mirror and criticize ourselves. Diba? But I wish and I hope that PBBM is wise enough to do the same. In his own quiet space, na harapin niya ang sarili niya, okay, what is the best, what can I do to grow as a good leader? What type of Machiavellian am I now after 100 days?
Person.
Diba?
Yeah. So, of course, narinig mo yung mga nangyari na may mga nag-leak na government or mga official documents. Someone leaked that official documents to, Wag na natin silang pangalan dahil kilala naman nilang lahat 'yan. What
Mm.
is your thought about it? Okay lang ba na 'pag may koneksyon ng isang tao sa loob ng mga kalangian, do you think is okay lang na i-leak ang official document to a, sa isang tao na wala namang kinalaman sa gobyerno?
No, because at the end of the day, there's a protocol that needs to be carried forward pa, 'di ba? There is always it's like a flow chart, so to speak. May mga protocol yan, Miss Maharlika, to leak an information without even giving si BBM na chance na makita pa yung document na yun or to examine kung whether it's, okay ba or hindi. Parang kinuha lang nila, they just grabbed the carpet under his feet ba? Na all of a sudden, put yourself in his shoes. Okay? Meron kang isang na mga secret na you shared sa isang tao na dapat, let me just make my own decision. Let me see if it's right or wrong. Kung tama ba or kung mabuti ba ito sa government or hindi. Tapos, nilik ng isang tao na hindi mo alam kung sino. And of course, the first person that you're going to suspect yung isang tao na nabigyan mo ng secret. Kung kilala mo siya. Yun nga ang problema kilala mo
Exactly. Yan ang talaga because of the data privacy.
Diba?
Oo,
exactly. My protocol, Miss Mahardika, I'm the type of person na very strict sa mga rules. Don't break the rules. It's there for a reason, just like the law. You can't be above the law just because you make it. You think that you can do it.
Yeah.
Diba?
No one is above the law nga dapat, diba? Pero ito mga ito, kasi may mga nagko-comment din na, ay kasi inggit lang kayo dahil wala kayong connection sa loob. So parang itong mga taong ito, I want to open their minds na, hey, hindi okay na i-leak yung official documents. Kasi nga, mayroong batas na para dyan. So yung iba, they're very proud of it kasi nakuha nila, pero hindi nila nagamitan ng utak na mali pala yung ginawa nila. Gusto lang nilang magpabida. So
correct. And that's what you call greed.
Greed.
You don't stop to think about the consequences of your action. Na hindi lang ikaw ang sakit. Although you might think na, ay, ako ang nag-first na magba-viral ako. Pero the excitement is there to begin with. Pero
yung end result, it will reflect our president.
Exactly.
That's why we're here, Miss Sharon, we're here to protect BBM.
Correct.
Kasi yan yung pinaghirapan natin, ma'am.
Correct. At saka at the end of the day, Miss Maharlika, kapag walang isang tao like you or si Doc Kelly or mga ibang vloggers na ipafocus natin kay BBM na put a spotlight on it na, hey, hindi nakakalimutan mo yung mga constituent mo na merong mga problema kami rito. Maliit lang na bagay sa mga ibang tao, but at the end of the day, we are the one that holds the power. We voted.
True.
Diba? We voted. So, and
every voice at bawat boses ng Pilipino ay dapat pinakikinggan.
Correct. At saka hindi rin tayo as a loyalist or followers of the Marcoses, we're not just here for that. Ang nagbe-benefit ay ibang tao rin na anti-Marcoses, 'di ba?
Yes.
Whatever our president is doing, exactly. Who else is going to criticize our own beloved PBBM kundi tayo rin? Let's not leave it to other people to do so because we're our family.
Yeah, exactly. Kasi gusto natin siyang mag-succeed at mas to do better, sabi nga natin. Well, it's interesting kasi all I thought, although may mga nakakausap ako na gano'n din yung frustration, pero na-surprise ako kasi even in Australia, may ganito palang mga sentiments. So, hindi isolated yung case na baka yung iba, Maharlika kasi bitter ka lang or what. But not only in America, in Hong Kong, also in Australia. So,
Hindi rin sa Australia, sa daming mga other
for sure
countries
may ibang group ka all over the world din. Yeah,
all over the world din.
and I hope they will speak up also para mas naririnig habang maaga pa nai-improve na natin yung gobyernong sinusuportahan natin. At
Yes
at
po.
the end of the day, sino ba magbe-benefit nito? Filipino.
Exactly po. Exactly po. Totoo. At saka we want the government, our government to have the presidents the same thing as Duterte has left for us. You know, or that has left na ng sa government. You know, we don't want to go back those 30 years of, you know, nagsacrifice ang mga tao for what? For nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Diba?
At ayaw na natin maulit ang history.
Exactly.
Yung fate na nangyari sa father niya. That's why we're here to protect him. And you know, siguro message mo dun sa mga taong, ako I call them mga staff ni BBM na nakikita nila you know, nakakausap ko naman sila dati. Pero sabi ko nga, actually, nung May pa lang, nawala na talaga yung sa akin totally Parang nung May 9 pa lang, after that, as in nawala na sila. Nasa Pilipinas pa lang ako, naramdaman ko na yon, Miss Sharon. Siguro yung message natin sa mga staff ni BBM na ito yung tinatrabaho nila dapat na kumbaga inaalagaan nila yung communication between the OFWs, not only the leaders, but sa lahat ng OFW, sana i-maintain nila yung digital connection.
Digital communication, that's right.
BBM is keep talking about digital infrastructure. Tapos right now, ibabaon yung or i-cancel yung digital connection.
But do you really think na it's BBM that did that?
No.
Diba? Like if there's other people that is out of control ni PBBM, you know, na dapat naman na magsalita rin siya, hey, what happened here? Diba? He is our leader. We expect na masabi niya sa mga kabinete niya, hang on, anong nangyari dito? Bakit nawala yung mga connection ng mga OFWs ko? Diba? You know, so that is something that sort of made me concerned, and parang nagalit din ako na what the heck? What's the point na magpa-BBM pa kami? Na mga PFWs pa at PFP pa, you know, parang it ended up being a waste of time.
Hello. Hello, nakabalik na kami Balanga. So I don't know, na medyo na-sabotage. Subukan ko kung maibalik ko si Miss Sharon. Try natin. I-edit na lang natin sa YouTube yung you know, yung dead air. Okay. Yeah, so nawala. Yeah, nawala. Paki-comment nga po kung naririnig niyo ako ngayon. Yeah, so mga kaibigan, try natin ipasok ngayon si Miss Sharon Navilla. So sorry for the technical problem. Hindi ko alam kasi okay naman yung signal ko dito sa Jamaica. Pero welcome back, sabi ni Mi. Ayan. Try natin makabalik ya. Same link. Yes. Okay. Sabi ni Miss Sharon. Yeah, yes. Okay. Tignan natin. Ang ganda-ganda pa naman ang aming conversation. So, oh my God. Napansin ko kapag ganito yung pinag-uusapan namin, medyo may konting technical problem. Okay. Magbati muna tayo kay Smiley, manam, nalingkis ka na ni BA. Desemina, how are you? Okay. Okay. Nalingkis, ayan. Sabi ni Smiley, nalingkis ka na ng BA. Alright. Alright. Sabi ni Cecil, Mongkada, tagal naming naghihintay sa'yo, di ka umalis. Yeah. So, papasok ulit si Miss Sharon. Total, marami naman kaming time. Actually, magbablog ako about sa new appointments na dilawan after this. Nag-vlog. Oo nga I don't know what's going on, mga palangga. Okay. Sabi ni Karma, BBM all the way, pero hanggat nandyan si Medusang spoiled brat, ewan ko na lang. All right. So, kanina nasabi ko nga palang mga kapalangga ko babasahin natin dito. Tama po kayo, Madam Marlica at Ma'am Sharon. Mabuhay po kayo at at kahanga-hangang adikain ninyo kahit sino magtataka kung bakit nawala ang group chat ninyo na walang paalam. Si BBM lang ang makakaayos nito. Correct. Ayan na si Miss Sharon. Hi, Miss Sharon, welcome back. Yes. I-edit na lang natin yung video doon sa
Yes.
YouTube naman to, yung nawala tayo. So, sana ba tayo? Ano ba yung pinag-uusapan natin? So, itong ating conversation, this is like a wake-up call na rin sa ating mga kababayan at sa mga staff ni BBM na huwag niyong talikuran yung mga OFW na umasa dun sa digital connection.
And I just want to also clarify one thing. Not all of our group chat experience the same thing. Yung mga ibang group chat namin, all of the administrations that have created yung mga group chat namin, nagpaalam silang na mabuti at maayos yung mga, mostly all of them. Pero there's just one particular na group chat na talagang nawala na suddenly. You know, na talagang I don't understand kung paano nangyari. So, of course, marami tayong mga group chat na was created para sa campaign. There was a purpose there. So, nung natapos na yun, iba na yung mga faces, I guess, ng mga group chat. So, para we can focus yung agenda ng mga problema ba or the things that we need to do, o hindi lang yung mga problema, some of the ideas that we need to ano bang gagawin na natin, what is the next step, so naghihintay lang kami as to see what is going on, and you know, the PFP are still here, and there are so many of the international leaders na talagang kumikilos at naghihirap din sila, at they're always there, tumutulong pa rin sila sa mga OFWs, using their own money, using their own time, you know, using their own resources. You know, they're not there para lang sa naghihintay lang kay BBM. Most of them are very patient. They're there to help. Yeah. And at saka, as far as the idea of the PFP, maganda talaga if it's done properly, or kapag maayos lang talaga, dapat na makakatulong sa lahat ng mga OFWs.
Ano yung message mo sa mga OFW at syempre sa mga Pilipino sa buong mundo na nakikinig sa atin? Ano yung gusto mong iparamdam sa kanila ngayon?
As far as the yung mga sentiment ng mga leaders ng mga PFP, nandoon pa rin kami. And the only thing is that we are limited sa mga resources namin. Kasi nga, hindi namin alam kung where are we going to turn to. Although may mga embassies lahat tayo, and that's the first thing that I would advise them, na pumunta sila sa mga embassies, because sila talaga ang the government, na the head of shall we say, ng mga Philippines, you know, and they're the one na may mga connection, and
they have the resources, the office to help our kababayan.
Correct. So, and hopefully, kami lang, if there's any shortfall, hopefully we were able to assist ang mga the mga embassies. However, that is not happening at this stage. So, I would like to apologize sa mga OFWs if there are things na nangyari na hindi namin na paramdam sa inyo, or na at least that we can achieve more for you, as far as sa mga gusto nyong mangyari sa situation nyo, whether you want to go home, whether you want some medical help, any financial assistance, you know, we are limited as far as our resources is concerned. Pero, you know, reach out to your leaders ng mga PFP, kasi sila, nandiyan pa rin sila. Although some of them are quiet, nandiyan pa rin sila. You know, and I know for myself, I lay low for a while because I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. And even if my leaders would ask me, I cannot divulge certain things na alam ko. Diba?
Sure.
Because it's not 100% sure.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I don't want it to turn into a chismis.
Sure. So, yeah, well, thank you so much. At least, nakapag-usapan natin to. And again, we're here to wish BBM to succeed in the next 6 years. And
Yes.
as long as, sabi nga natin, as long as maganda lahat ang mga ginagawa para sa bayan, we're here to support him. Pero pag may mga bad things or hindi ka nais-nais, we're here to call him out and his administration.
Of
Right,
course,
Sharon?
of course. And at the end of the day, his constituents are, may mga isip na din tayo. And we know what to do as far as being what is right and what is wrong. At saka tayo rin naman mismo as his followers at saka yung mga leaders and also the Marcos's loyalists, we are here to be a guide or at least the voice of the people na baka hindi niya narinig.
Narinig. Exactly.
Diba? And the only way that we can maunlad ang administration ni BBM is to know yung mga yung weak link niya. Dapat na he can still discern and he's still able to mag-focus siya or even to look at himself to say, okay, itong nangyari na, I have this, nabuo ko na itong department, nabuo ko na ito, what is next? What is wrong na parang hindi ko alam na to balance myself ba?
Yeah.
But I'm not the first
You're
one to say
telling him what to
anything
do, but
diba? And
Mm.
even as a PFP president dito sa Australia, we have our own teething problem. Because we're new.
Sure.
We are the first party list that has been decimated sa all over the world, 37 countries, I believe, as far as our chairperson, Ms. Saida, was saying, na I think we're mga 37 countries na kami, na dapat we can be used to be of service. Not a servant, not a servant, pero as a service to be a part of the administration of BBM para lang na maabot natin ang mga OFWs that have the needs.
Yes, may parating kanilang mga boses at dahil dyan, bonggang-bonggang, maraming salamat at grabe, thank you also for helping our kababayan in Australia. Looking forward to see you there. At ako'y mamamasyal, makapagkape-kape tayo. Salamat, Sharon. And keep in touch. Keep me posted.
Thank you po, Ms. Maharlika, and thank you for all your listeners and followers for listening to me and for also making me feel welcome and feel at home, Ms. Maharlika. Thank you so much for giving me the time and the platform to hear my side of the story. So thank you so much.
God bless. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye. Ayan, mga palangga, so narinig ninyo ang aming usapan. Paki-share na lang. Muli ito po si Maharlika. Lagi kong sinasabi, taas no kahit kanino dahil hindi bayad ang prinsipyo ko. Ang serbisyo po natin ay para sa Pilipino. Thank you.